And welcome back to another session of Gaming with God. I'm your host, Grumpy Old Dude. I'm going to get a game video out a little bit later today, but it's not going to be at the normal release time. I've just got too many things going on this morning. I'm not going to get it recorded in time. In the meantime, I ran across this yesterday on my Facebook. We've all heard the saying, been between a rock and a hard place. This poor bastard was between the perennial rock and hard place. Whoa, this one was tough. This is a no-win scenario. Am I the asshole for not going to my girlfriend's son's funeral? 28-year-old male. I've been dating my girlfriend. She's 30 for 2 months, so it's a new relationship. I think we had a good relationship. She has a son. Now it says here 11M, 11-year-old male. I'm sure, but it's a son. It's got to be a male. So my girlfriend and I were good friends for a few years. We met through mutual friends, so I haven't spent time with her alone until 5 months ago. I knew she had a son because she's posted about him on Facebook a few times. He has some sort of liver condition, was awaiting a liver transplant. It's just him and his mom. I don't know much about him. She doesn't talk much about him. She's reserved talking about her son. Little sister. I have a sister, 26. I've always been closer to her than other siblings, considering we're only a few years apart. Now, that sentence is going to bother you a little bit, and I'll explain it in a little while. When she was 11, we were fighting at school, and she ended up fainting. She had to stay in the hospital for a few days to have some tests done. She ended up being diagnosed with diabetes not related to her death. I think it changed the dynamic of our relationship. She was in the hospital a lot more than other kids. At the start of September, my girlfriend's son started getting sicker. It was the first time she ever opened up to me about his health conditions. Early October, my sister got into an accident. It was very sudden, and because she still lives near my parents, they were heartbroken. They don't have any children apart from my sister and I, so I went to help them. Stop. Full stop. I have a little sister. I've always been closer to her than other siblings. Maybe he's talking about friends, brothers, and sisters, and how close they were or weren't. I don't know. Anyway, only 2 children, him and his sister. I grew up in Australia. My sister and family lived there. I was in America. For the funeral and to console mom and dad, I decided to stay there for 10 days to help plan the funeral. On my second day there, I got a call from my girlfriend. She said her son passed away during the night. I tried to help best I could, even though I was already sad about the death of my sister. She said she wanted the funeral to be done soon. It would happen on the 6th day of my 10-day trip. My sister's funeral was on the 8th, and I wasn't about to take 2 flights there and 2 flights back in less than 2 days to go to both. Now let's stop again for just a minute. I checked this morning. California time. Now it doesn't say he lived in California, but I do. California time to the east coast of Australia, which includes Sydney and Melbourne. That would be the closest. 17-hour time difference. Okay? So when it's noon here in California, it is 5 a.m. the next day in Eastern Australia. Western Australia would be a little bit less early. I think, yeah, I think that's right. But Sydney and Melbourne, the 2 biggest cities in Australia, are both on the East Coast, so I'm going by that for a time estimate. Now, to fly from Australia back to here, you could land about the same time you took off on the same day. Going from here back to Australia, you're going to lose that 17 hours. Okay? So if the funeral for the son was on day 6 at, let's say, 10 a.m., all right, 10 a.m. on day 6 is 3 a.m. on day 7 in California. So 8 hours later, it's 6 p.m. on day 6 in the States, and it is 9 a.m. on day 7 in Australia. Fly from here to there, 13-hour flight, It's now 9 a.m. day 8 when you arrive, which is the day of his sister's funeral. Virtually impossible logistics to attend both. He'd fly back here, no sleep, attend the girlfriend's son's funeral, turn around and immediately leave, fly back, no sleep, and attend his sister's funeral. He'd be 2-3 days with virtually no sleep at all, except when he could get on a plane. And anybody who's flown long distances, you don't sleep well on a plane. My girlfriend got really upset, said I didn't care about her son. I was upset too because I just lost my sister. She told me her son thought of me like a dad. I'd never met him. I told her I didn't think of him like a son. She got mad, and we haven't spoken since. I'll admit it was harsh, telling her grieving mother that. She didn't deserve it. But I don't think I was wrong to push back on the idea of me being this kid's dad. He'd never met the boy. All my mutual friends think I'm an asshole for not going. Her friends and his both. His friends think he did the right thing. He wasn't obligated to go. I don't know what I should have done. I'm glad I went to my sister's funeral, but I feel bad about how I told my girlfriend her son never had a father figure in his life. This is a no-win scenario. This poor bastard could not make the right decision. The right decision didn't exist, largely because of timing. Number one, he's only been dating her for 2 months. Number two, he'd never met the boy. And number three, you can't fly halfway around the world twice in 2 days and be functional mentally, emotionally, physically. This boy was, oh God. I hope you never face this kind of a dilemma. This is the proverbial rock and hard place right here. This is the no-win scenario. There is no right decision here. There's no asshole in this scenario. There isn't one. Wow. Yeah. Okay. I've got things to get done. I'm going to get this posted real quick. It'll be up at noon today. I will get a game video up for Cursed Azure Bonds a little later this afternoon. I've just got too much going on this morning. Take care, my friends. Stay safe, have fun, and as always, until we see each other again, stay the hell off my front yard. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day, and we'll have a game video a little bit later today. Bye-bye.